So this week has definitely been the hardest week to shoot. When to shoot, what to shoot, where to shoot, what to talk about has been the toughest week of all the weeks I've been doing these vlogs. The challenge for me this week was just to kind of keep things going. Sometimes it's just a lack of motivation, just not knowing what to talk about and keeping this up. So I set a goal for myself for these daily vlogs for 12 weeks, which is basically 60 episodes. And
it's the same thing with the vlogs. Like the vlogs was like, I know I was going in such a good rhythm and this excitement, but then now it's the hard part, right? Now it's like, how do you keep on continuing that momentum?
And also knowing that, and this is my last week because I'm heading off to the States for 2.5 weeks with my family. There's so many things that I gotta get done. I had a whole bunch of coaching calls booked in from Canada and Ireland and United Kingdom and also Australia and New Zealand, just because I pump out these every single day. But it doesn't mean that wasn't challenging. And being 6 years on the Wellness Guys is producing a podcast every single week has been a challenge. And I know it's been challenging, but you still do it. The trouble sometimes for people is starting a project. For some other people is actually keeping the momentum going. And some other people is actually finishing the project. I'm quick start, so which I can start projects very, very easily. The trouble for me is maintaining and also completing projects. But what I learned from all of this is actually just showing up. The showing up part is the hardest part. Despite what's going on in your head, despite of the lack of creativity, not wanting to do it, not wanting to wake up in the morning or not wanting to work out, not wanting to shoot this video, you still show up. That's the deciding factor, is the decision when you don't want to do it and you do it anyways is what makes the difference between those people who are super successful to those people who never get anywhere. I remember listening to an interview with Seth Godin, and he talked about down to the decision that you make. If you decide to become a vegan, guess what? Meat is not even an option for you. So you don't even bother thinking about whether I should or shouldn't eat. I made a decision 17 years ago not to drink anymore, and so therefore alcohol is not part of the decision process when I go out. Because I made a decision to do a daily vlog 5 days a week, the decision was already made 7 weeks ago when I first started that I'm going to make these videos every day. It doesn't matter whether I don't like it, I don't feel good about it, I just show up and do a video anyways. The trouble is that most people don't make a decision at the beginning. They don't decide what they're gonna do and commit to that. The hardest decision is when you're sitting on the fence or when you're not sure. Should I smoke? Should I not smoke? Should I drink? Should I not drink? And it makes it harder because then it's a moment by moment decisions. The key is before you start anything, decide right away what you're gonna do and then just stick with it.
That's exactly what happened this week.
I remember specifically on episode 37, I really struggled.
I remember saying to you on, I think Tuesday, when I said, I really don't know what I'm gonna talk about today. Like, I'm really struggling. You weren't really that sympathetic to me.
So I went out and just started shooting. To be honest with you, I think it was one of my best videos so far. See, magic happens when you actually show up. But that video would not have actually happened if I actually didn't decide to go out there.
There's two ways you can look at things in life for getting inspiration. One is that you are waiting for a muse. You're waiting for something to show up. And the other is that you just do it.
If I was waiting for like the perfect moment, if I was waiting for the perfect content to actually do that one vlog, it might never come.
Set the rules for your project so you can move forward and create success in your life. Stephen Pressfield wrote a great book called Turning Pro. Are you gonna stay as being an amateur or are you gonna turn pro? Becoming a professional at what you do, when you go pro, you do the things that's necessary. Muhammad Ali once said, I hated every moment of training, but he said to himself, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion. So this is from Nick. He's a client of mine from Belfast, and he's just been doing amazing things. Been co-coaching him in the last couple of months. He had his best week ever, best day ever in 20 years in practice. In less than 6 weeks of starting with me, I just love that people able to execute, do things, and just change their life because he went pro, decided to not be an amateur anymore and start doing the things that's necessary. This is without any marketing or advertising. He just leaned into becoming more of who he was. And he spoke the truth, true to his communication, and that's what happened. So thank you so much for this gift. I gotta show you this. This is from the Loft, little nice little pocket square. I'm so excited to be heading off to Ireland in about a month's time and catching up with my clients over there. So thank you, Nick. Really appreciate this.